Well, welcome to another session. I have titled today's session, Wake Up and Dream. Wake Up and Dream. Now, this is still within the same theme of Men of Honor, a conversation I began 2 sessions ago. The first, which covered a question about what are you standing on and who are you. In today's session, I want to move further, recognizing that this is addressed and directed towards men. And today's topic, therefore, is wake up and dream. As a man, I think one of the things that we must do, it's not optional, it's mandatory. One of the things that we must do is we must dream. Let me deviate and let me segue. In most of the sessions that I have covered, specifically addressed to men, I talk about 6 P's, which form an anchoring basis as to what we are expected and what is expected from us as men. Purpose, the ability to provide or provision, the ability to protect, professing your love, your presence, and the priest. The last, which is the priestly duties, is one who actually can see. We call that a seer. A priest is someone who can teach, but also who can share their dreams. Someone who can share their aspirations. Someone who can share what they see. We have had a crisis of masculinity for many, many years, in my opinion, for about 6 decades so far, especially in the West. I am of the opinion that one of the core reasons for that is that we stopped men and boys from dreaming. You see, if you cannot dream, there is no hope, there is no future, there is no progress. You become lethargic about life, the zest of life, the meaning of life, the purpose that calls you becomes fleeting. Every man needs a dream. Now we know about Joseph. Joseph had a dream, and he told his dream to his brothers. And Joseph's dream was so great that when he told his dream to his father and mother said, "What is this dream that you have?" I said, "How is this possible?" And so in today's session, perhaps, if I can encourage you as men, if I can encourage you on the importance of dreaming once again, then perhaps I've achieved my aim in this session, in this series, which is to call you into your place of honor as a man. Hence the title of the playlist, Men of Honor. You see, men of honor have to dream. Dreaming is not optional for men, it's mandatory. We have to dream because the future doesn't exist. And therefore, if we want to have a future worth memory or worth remembering, then we must create that future. And that begins with dreams. Now, T.E. Lawrence once said that all men dream, but not equally. Those who dream by night wake up in the dusty recesses of their minds in the day to find out that it's all been vanity. But the dreamers of the day are dangerous, for they can act out their dreams with open eyes. All men dream, but not equally. Those who dream by night wake up in the dusty recesses of their minds to find out that it's all been vanity. But the dreamers of the day are dangerous because they can act out their dreams with open eyes. For many years, and for most of my life, the word daydreaming was used in a stereotypical way and in a negative light to say you should stop daydreaming. As a young man, I want to encourage you to start daydreaming. Dream with your eyes open so that you can act out your dreams. The reason I recommend dreams and I recommend having a goal is because failure as a man is intrinsically connected to your ability to dream. You see, if you cannot dream, you will not fail, because you'll be taking the path of least resistance in every decision you make. You will play it safe, and your character, your courage, your manhood only develops as a byproduct of that dream you have, as a byproduct of the failures that will come in pursuit of those dreams. But here is perhaps the most beautiful part of the whole process. The failures you go through as a man will lead you down a path where you develop what I call your foundations. You develop your core principles that will stand by you in the good times and in the bad times. You see, there are two parts of you. There is the you that we know, the you that you see when you stand in front of the mirror. But there is another you, that you that is not exercised, that is only seen when we put you under so much pressure. For example, if someone was to attack your mother, your father, your loved ones, I'm very sure that you would fight off any invaders with the strength that you have, but more importantly, with the strength that you command from the universe, just to make sure that you preserve and you protect those you care for and you love. A part of you that you perhaps never knew, a part of you that perhaps you never knew existed, will be unveiled because you've been put under pressure. But that is an extreme. That part of you still exists, is hidden, and it's quiet. Dreams allow you to pull forward the still small voice within you, the powerful part of you, that part of you that has unlimited potentiality, that knows no boundaries, that is infinite in its intelligence, that is perfect but formless in nature. Dreams call forward the spirit in a man. It is that spirit that animates you, that motivates you, that encourages you, that guides you, sometimes down the garden, into the wilderness, and besides the still waters. That spirit animates you. But to wake up that sleeping giant, you have to dream. And so I bring to you perhaps a call to adventure as a man. Wake up and dream. It doesn't matter how small, how big the dream. I'm going to give you two opposites. I hope this serves you, because this has served me for so many years and very well. I grew up with the idea that you should have set your goals so large that it scares you and it excites you at the same time. Dream big. Dream without limitations. Dream without reservations. And dream sometimes as though you have a magic wand and you could ask for anything you wanted. Now that has its place because it helps you determine, you might say, the destination. What I learned over the many years was failure will come because there will be obstacles and challenges on the path to that dream. And a few years after I came across this idea of dreaming big, I came across an idea about learning how to dream small. A mentor of mine said, set your goals so small that you cannot fail. Set your goals so small that you cannot fail. Your self-confidence is a product of your accomplishments. If your goals and your dreams are so large, but if you haven't developed a strategy, a plan, a tactical approach, and all you have is a vision or a dream, and you are not using common sense, there is a possibility, which I found in my case, that you will take steps in advancement towards that dream and you will fail. And that knocks your self-confidence. So what you have to do as a man is hold on to one side a big dream, a large dream, a magnificent obsession, and on one other side a small dream. That small dream is a part of the larger dream, which means Begin with the end in mind. Break the goal and the dream into fine particles and small pieces. Start from the end and break it down all the way back to the point where you have one small piece, the first step. 1,000 steps to the end, one step to begin. It's the start, usually, that prevents most people from achieving their dreams. The start. If you have a big dream and you have not broken down those dreams into small parts, then what you see is a large start. Inertia will keep you where you are. And so most men are stuck, not because they do not have the ability to dream, but because, like T.E. Lawrence said, you're dreaming at night. You're not dreaming with your eyes open. You're not daydreaming. You need to dream with your eyes open. And by doing so, what you have to do is break that dream into small parts, small steps, small chunks. Chunk it down. Begin with the end in mind and work backwards. The wise person said, I think it was Thomas Jefferson who said, that if you build your castles in the air, worry not, fear not. That is where they should be. Now, build foundations underneath. You want to dream with your head in the clouds, but with your feet planted on the ground. Start with the end in mind. Have a dream, have a big dream. That dream could be to have a family, to have children, to be a good husband, to be a good father. That's a dream. Break that dream into small parts. In order to become a father, you have to be married. Step one. In order to be married, you have to be desiring for a woman. Step number two. In order for you to be desiring for a woman, you have to understand what women want. In order to understand what women want, you have to understand yourself as a man. In order to understand yourself as a man, you have to understand what manhood and character means. In order to develop character, you must understand the truth. You must choose a philosophy. You must choose certain principles. You must allow those principles and philosophies contend with other philosophies and principles. You must bring into your presence men who disagree with you and men who agree with you, and you must allow the whole process that we call the allowing of ideas to have sex. An idea meritocracy, where you have good ideas and bad ideas come together, but the better ideas outpower the weaker ideas, and you hold on to the better ideas. To develop your manhood, you have to understand who you are as a man. You have to fail. To fail, you have to dream. You see, we come full circle to dreams. All men dream, but not equally. Those who dream by night wake up in the morning in the dusty recesses of their minds to discover that it's all been vanity. But the dreamers of the day are dangerous, for they can act out their dreams with open eyes. This you must do. Dream. Break the dream down into small chunks. Chunk it down. Most men are not succeeding in any area of life because we do not know how to chunk things down. Start out with that dream. Let it be a fantasy. Get a piece of paper and get a pen and capture it in writing. Then it becomes a theory, a hypothesis. Then you take steps, you chunk it down further, and who knows? You go from a theory to a hypothesis, and then suddenly, by persevering and being persistent, you convert that dream into your reality, into effect. Let me end today's session with some wise words from Henry David Thoreau, in which he said that if a person, let me address this to you as a man, that if you, a man, advance confidently in the direction of your dreams, but before that, you have to imagine. If a person will imagine will dream and advance confidently in the direction of that dream. That you will meet with success, unexpected, in uncommon hours. Someday, you will look up and say, I have done it. But you need two things. One vision, two places. One vision, the end dream, and the near dream. Chunk the end dream down to smaller pieces. Convert your dreams into a plan. Firstly, convert your dreams into a goal. Convert your goals into a strategy. Rather, into a plan. Convert your plan into a strategy. Convert your strategy into tactics. From your tactics, develop routines, daily rituals, daily steps and activities that lead you in the direction of that dream. You see, the secret to your goal, your dream, or your future is hidden in your daily routines. What we do daily and consistently determines who we become as men permanently. Whatever you want to be a husband, you want to be a business owner, you want to have fulfillment, you want to serve. There is a routine, there are rituals, there are daily habits that will lead you to that goal. The secret to your future is hidden in your daily routines and your daily habits. Begin with a dream so that it captivates you and motivates you. Bring it to the today. Identify the first step and the second step. Set those steps in a small enough way that you cannot fail. And when you start to develop confidence by virtue of the success from the smaller chunks of goals, increase the difficulty. Rather than take one step, take 2 steps and then 3 steps, so that something challenges you and at the same time encourages you, is within reach, but not within your grasp. You're able to take a step, and in that step, there is the feeling of failure. And I hope that you fail sometimes, but you do not dwell on your failure. For doing so means you're paying interest on a past that doesn't serve you. Sit down, take the lessons you've learned, and try again. I hope today's session has been useful.